you think grandchildren should sew in the summer? Didn't you do it? Did you play on your iPhones? Huh? You didn't have iPads? No, we sewed. So these are 3 of my grandchildren. There's 2 more that couldn't come this morning because they're practicing for a play. But anyhow, this is Ellie.
Hi, Ellie.
She turned 12.
Oh.
Day before yesterday.
No.
Oh my gosh, yeah, it was on. So now we have to show you some of Ellie's projects. Okay, ready? And maybe Aunt Patty has to help. But look, Minky on the back. Don't you love Minky?
Love Minky.
Minky on the back. And it's got strips.
Oh, that's cute.
Strips, right?
Yeah, it's all
Strips.
yeah, that is
Okay, so now we can show this one. Okay, this is the top, sweetie. So you can just drop it. Ta-da!
Wow. What a good job you did.
So a couple of months ago, we did this project, and Brenda cut a lot of the pieces, but Ellie cut half of them and put them together on there, and she even did the sewing, right?
Yep.
Yep, like some of these are sewn around. And that was it fun?
Yes.
Good, okay, and now her latest project for 4th of July. Okay, that's the top part, sweetie. Ta-da! You guys are so cool. That's isn't that good?
Yeah.
Now, did you have fun doing that?
Yeah.
What a beautiful job.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think you're supposed to hide your face. Yeah, you're not supposed to hide your face.
Yeah, and show Tawana back there. Say, oh, here, Tawana. Cool, is that good? You know what, Eric, you're not here, but you could go close on it. Oh, Eric. We could lay it right there on the table, okay? Cool. So Ellie had a surprise party on Wednesday. Okay, I'm going to switch with you now. You get to go over here, sweet. You aren't nearly as tall as me. Wait a minute.
Give her a couple more years.
And this is Jonas, and you guys know I keep on talking about Jonas. I keep on telling him about us doing math, huh? Yeah, math. And they go, when are you going to be done teaching Jonas? How old are you, Jonas?
I am 9.
9. I was supposed to have a handheld.
Well, hi, Jonas.
Come on, Grandma. Get on it there. Okay, that's good. You want to say that again?
I am 9 years old.
And when's your birthday?
August 24th.
Yeah, cool. Okay, so I have told you about Jonas. He just likes to stack up stuff, and he just loves, you love the machine, don't you? He puts it on the fast speed, as fast as he can, so he can go really fast. And now I'm not sure what all stuff you brought, but anyhow, let me see. Oh, yes, and let me tell you, he seems to like orange and brown. And who's this guy?
SpongeBob.
Okay, turn it around, sweetie. He makes quilts for his cat. No, up so that SpongeBob is right side up. There. That's good. That's good. So usually he doesn't put things right sides together either. It doesn't really matter if they're right sides together. No, they just. And this one, I have to tell you, on July 5th, he just sat down, got some strips. He says, I need fabric, Grandma. And so he goes to the drawer. We have lots of drawers, and this is what he put together. And in about 10 minutes, he said, I have a bag. You want to show?
Good job, Jonas.
And I never say anything. He just does it. Okay, and so now you have another project that we did on July 4th. Okay, we'll give them all back to Patty. Now, oh, yes, you're really, this was quilted. See, this is how you quilt, you guys. You don't you're not shy. You quilt like that.
Yeah.
Right, show the back. No puckers, no, that's good. Uninhibited. Okay, that's really good. And now, now our July 4th one. And you can turn it and show it. Aww.
That is cute.
Aww. So, yeah, it's a little koala bear. Isn't it cute? So you have anything to say about it?
It was really fun making it and all the pieces. And yeah.
Good. That's good. That's very good. Thank you. Okay, step over. This is easy. Is this easy? All right, Becca. So you've got a bundle too. Here. Start with the big one because this one, this is
Just like the little girl in Toy Story.
yeah, Toy Story. Yeah, she dressed up.
Oh, I love the colors.
Okay.
Oh.
So do you remember whose fabric I told you it is?
Zoe.
This is Zoe's fabric.
Yeah.
Zoe's fabric. And it was charm squares. It was a charm square pack. I had lots to do. I was sitting to the left of Becca, and she completely just did this herself. Wow. And I just showed her, just keep on putting pairs together. And you did really good, huh? Yeah. And she picked out all of her own colors. It was a lot of fun. Do you remember that day?
Yeah.
Yeah, you were really good. Okay, so now, July 5th, Becca had to do 2 things. Okay, so you want to show, which one do you want to show first?
Made a pillow out of it.
You want to tell them all about it? It's your pig.
It's a pig, and I had really fun making it, and it was really easy.
That was good. With the little hearts, huh?
Good job.
Yeah, and then she did this one day, and then the next day, no, this was first.
Yeah.
I'm backwards. Yeah, and tell them what this one. Hold it still. So Tawana, are you getting it, Tawana? Nice and close? I'm not even there. Oh, it's kind of hard to see. And tell them how you got the little face on it.
I got a marker and just drew it on.
Cute. What a good job.
Yeah, really, really fun. So, I think every and you're how old?
7.
And what's your birthday?
August 24th.
Wait a minute, Jonas's is August 24th.
Wow.
That doesn't make sense. How did that happen? You're 7 and he's 9?
Yeah.
2 years apart. How did that happen?
It was a God thing.
It was a miracle. It was really fun. But they're definitely close, aren't they? Ellie says she gets left out because these two,
Yeah.
they're really close buds. She would like to have somebody to play with. Anybody have somebody for Ellie? But she's going to junior high, so are you excited about that?
I'm really nervous.
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
I don't blame you.
Everybody is.
Everybody is. So Kylie and Zoe, these are Grant's children. Somebody told Allie she looked just like Grant. Kylie and Zoe came yesterday and did their projects because they're actually practicing for a play this morning. They couldn't be here, so we did a little video, and now we get to see it. Okay, Eric.
Hello, my name is Kylie, and I have a cat pillow. At home, I have one cat, and what I did is I cut it out on a layer, and it used to be an owl. I turned it over and cut off the ears, and I made it into the cat. The only things I didn't do was these 3 hearts and the owl background.
And I love your little mouse. That is just so cute. I love it, Kylie. Okay, what's your name?
Zoe,
Zoe. How old are you, Zoe?
7.
Tell about your little pillow. Isn't that cute?
My pillow is a chicken, and I love chickens.
You do love chickens. I heard you have a pet chicken at home. What's his name?
Peanut butter cups.
Peanut Butter Cup.
I also have a chicken, and it's named Oreo. And our cat is named Elsa.
You're definitely the cat person. Show the back. You picked out that fabric too. Is that cool? So we had a really good time today doing our little projects, didn't we? Okay, thank you. Okay, so I'll show you the, this one was Zoe's, and she used the die, which we're about to show you, pretty straight. And can you guys see over there? You can see? Okay, Penny. Okay, and she picked the colors and everything, and as she said, her chicken is the same color, the yellow. But I want to tell you about Kylie's cat. She loves cats. You saw she had on the cat head. But what was unique was that she just started with the shape. She almost didn't want to cut with the Accuquilt cutter. She just started the shape, and then she built upon it. She had to make her own eyes and her own ears, and the nose is correct. I don't know how, if you can you go really close on it, Tawana? You just kind of got stuck with this job, but I want you to go close. So, okay, you hold it. Okay, see the nose? That is a cat nose, if you've ever seen one. That is a cat nose. She studies them. And this is a blanket, the blanket, and you're not going to believe what this little guy is on his lap. It's a mouse, you know. It's a mouse. Oh my gosh. And she said she wanted to have all plaid, so she got all plaid. All plaid. Is it very nice? So what do you think about kids can sew, huh? Wow. Well, do we have a gift for you?
You can retire now.
I can retire. I have people that can sew for me. I like this idea. I could get all my projects finished, huh? Well, we have that gift for grandmas. And let us see. Oh, bring it around. It's on sale today, and it's very reasonable. And just think about all the entertainment that the kids can do, and they don't have to ruin their fingers and their stay. Okay, so it's the Go Me. Oh, watch out, you guys. We're just trip you right over. Go Me. Whoa, less than $100. How about that? Plus, right now there's a rebate with Accuquilt. Christmas in July. Okay, so it's got all the pictures on the front. Okay, I feel just like at Christmas whenever Patty and I were opening our gifts. Okay, first comes, you can show that, Jonas. That's the book and the mat. And, oh, what do you think, Ellie? Do you think we could pull this out? Oh, hold on to the box. I have no muscle. Okay. Whoa, look at that. Okay, Becky, you get to show the dies. Show the die, that one. And then there's a second one in there. And this is the machine. I'm hoping somebody's going to buy this. Orion is fishing. Orion is fishing. And here it is. Woo, like this. Ta-da. And it's called Go Me. Is that cute? And this is what they use. Okay, I'm going to tell you a little secret. This is what Ellie did. Ellie sat in her chair and just show them how can you turn the wheel, and you just put your die in there, and you have the mat. You have the mat in there, and we'll show you in just a minute. And you were cranking it, right? She sat in her chair and cranked it. Well, Becca said, forget that. She used my Go Big electric. So there's little ideas and little pictures. Jonas has a little book and a little mat in it and some fabric to start with. And Ellie and Becca both have these little dies that go with it. What do you think? Is that cute?
That is really cute.
And I just want to show you my box now too, Patty. We're going to get in trouble. The blue box. I want to show you what I did. It was simple. Before I left Quilt in a Day, I asked them to put a layer cake on my account. You can try that too. That was very, very easy. That was easy. Just put it on my account. And basically, that's what we worked with. But so I just had these little pictures. And yeah, help me hold. And I went and I had this bamboo felt. And I just put paperback fusible, fused it on the back. And I just did a whole bunch of colors. This is what's left. And I just had it all in the box, all ready to go so it wouldn't take so long. And then this is my layer cake that they were just picking just a square out of this for the layer cake. And then the borders were just another layer cake that we just cut up. Easy, just make it easy, right? Yeah. So this is the mat. Okay, let's see, Ellie, now you're gonna have to help me hold. So this is the one die that's in there. And this is the second die. And Jonas, can you hold too? So, very, very easy and lots of fun. Plus, look at the size of it. Each birthday, you could buy your grandchild a new die. Does that sound like fun? Huh? That sounds like fun. That would be really, really fun and easy to do. And so, what do you think? Do you think you want to... I saw this picture of this crab on here. Jonas, do you want to cut the red? Can you cut a red crab and then see the picture? Yeah. Which die do you have? Okay, give that one to Jonas and give him a mat. Let's take this back. Here's that. Okay, so you just put this die on. Let's see if we can move over here. Demonstration. Okay, let's move over here. Okay, very, very easy. Okay, can you open it up? Well, I guess we didn't get our little table all organized. That's good. And I would turn it around so you can put your right hand. Let's see. Your right hand, right? Okay, so he has the bamboo felt. And this, and we're gonna just cut this guy out, okay? Okay, so what are you gonna do?
Put the mat over it, and then
put the mat over it.
stick this right in.
Go ahead. And you just turn it in the direction that you want it to go. Just give it a little push and get it started. There you go. Little push. It's coming. It's coming. Woo! It's coming. It's coming. Yay! Keep going. Keep going. Okay. Okay. And I taught this to Becca really good. Do you remember what you learned to do? Remember, push on and turn it. Okay. Okay. Let me take this. This is very important. Hand down. And remember, spin it. Spin it. Remember, spin it. Yeah. What the heck? That's good. Just Grandma, that was last week. Okay. Okay, so now you can just go ahead and lift out your little crab. There. Is that good? Okay, and then can you make some more little, these are little crab legs. So if you just take this and put it back on there, and then you can just cover that part and just keep on going. And you have a crab. Wow. Oh my gosh. So what do you think? Did we do good?
Yes.
All right, cool. Are you guys all done? You good? Okay, wait a minute. I'm a good grandma. Look what I have. Ooh, chewing gum. No chocolate in my pocket. And guess what? Guess what you get for Aunt Patty? And grandmas, the other grandmas with them too. Remember when we did Jersey Mike's buy one, get one free? Ooh, that's for your lunch. All right, can you guys all take a bow? Yay! Thank you, thank you. Okay, and you can go.
Bye.
And you can stay. And this is Grandma in the back. Bye, Grandma. You can stay or you can go with Patty. Whatever you want to do. Well, so was that fun? Good. Grandma, you get a grandma little thing. All right. So now, do you want a grown-up lesson?
Sure.
Cool. It's so fun to see all of you this morning. I just want to know who drove in on that motorcycle with those little carts. There were 2 of you that did it. All right. Dennis and BS. I couldn't wait to see who was driving that. Okay, so do you have my 1-inch die? So Orion was preparing us. We were preparing this for today. And he said, Mom, we're going to have a good sale. And this is the die that everybody is buying. And I said, Orion, that's really dumb. I'm pretty opinionated. Orion, that is really dumb. It's a 1.5 inch die that finishes at 1 inch. And I go, well, that is really dumb. And so I thought about it, and I ran home. I said, I have all these antiques that are with these little squares. I'm telling you, I could have brought a truckload of little antiques with little squares, but this is my favorite one on the top. This one I made many years ago. I bought a box of little squares in harmony, and I put it together and show these people over here. Teresa, I feel bad for you ladies over there all the time. Is that cute? Little 9 patch I set on point, and this is actually a feed sack. I sent it out for hand quilting to my friend in Alma, Kansas, and she hand quilted it for me. 9 patch, little squares, right? Okay, let's see, got another one? Okay. And now, this one was hand quilted just recently, but it is an antique top. Ah, little squares. And I love this one. It's a 9 patch with the red in the center. And knows I like red. Dress for my and look at the little border. Very simple. Just 2 lights and then a red, and then she did a little mitered corner in the back. And actually, I got this one hand quilted too. Pretty? I love to get them hand quilted, especially when they're antique tops. It feels really nice. Ah, more. So let's show this one. Ta-da! Wow. So, little squares all over. So I looked at that. I'm going to grab this. And I said, oh my gosh, here I am. I'm showing the back. I'm not supposed to do that. Sorry. So I took that dumb looking die. Whoops. And I just stacked up 6 of them. Stick squares. And then I just started putting them together. I lost one of my things here. But anyhow, just with 6 squares, and then I just pulled them right off of that die, and I got this order in no time. And then I said, oh, I'm going to make little 9 patch. Oh, it's so easy. So I made 2 different sets, really, with the 4 dark and the 5 light, and the opposite 5 dark and 4 light. But whenever you make these and you want to put them together, the important thing is that you just press your seams in opposite directions and they'll lock together. Is that good? Yeah. So I think, okay, this is not so bad. Pretty good. And now So this one is very old. I love it because it's just tied. It's just tied. This is really a summer quilt, is what you need now. No batting in it. The backing was just brought around to the front for a little miter or a little binding. Old pieces. It's really in pretty good condition. All hand tied. Beautiful. Pardon me? Do you like it, Sally? I'm going to keep my eye on that. And then I come to this one. And I go, oh, Teresa's going to like this one. Isn't it pretty? Really, really pretty. It's got, yes, it's got beautiful, beautiful circles, feathers in a circle, and simple. 2 colors. How could it get any easier? Oh, but this is yellow and white, Yvonne. Yellow and white. And the yellow, but look at the design. It's just nice diagonal lines and stuff. Oh, well, we could take this little die and cut out all these little squares. And so I disappeared, and the next thing I know, this is what Teresa did.
Oh, that's nice.
Isn't that nice?
Yes.
And that's the quilt that's on the cover of your pattern today. Okay, and show over here so Penny can see. And Judy Jackson quilted it with just a little simple in the middle. So I said, okay, Teresa, did you do this cutting the little 1.5 inch squares?
And she said no.
And what did you do?
Strips.
I said, but Orion said we're supposed to test this die. And what did she do? Strips. but she did it really, really fast. Okay, so if you will open your pattern now. So I'm showing this to Teresa, and she said, what are we going to do with it next? And I said, Teresa, I think it's the hot thing. I just sat down to open my book, my magazine, my new magazine, and the first thing, it's all over. This is what they're doing now. You can get a heads up. This was the first thing I turned to. Okay, here it is right here. Yes, there it is. And then you turn here and see those little 9 patch and snowballs, and it says, choose a fresh palette with vintage quilt design, a modern way. Right? Okay, the next page. More. They're all little pieces. What are people doing? They're cracking up.
Yeah.
You're mic'd, and we have the Go Big, Becca's machine.
Well, I kind of got a little ahead, okay? So then Eleanor can sew and so on. But basically in here in your page number 2, it tells you what I did. It was the 1.5 inch strip cutter. And I did the 2.5 inch strip cutter and the 6.5. And then for your borders, I did the 2 inch strip cutter and the outside. So I just was having fun with the strip cutters. I didn't want to go with those little dies and so on that Eleanor will show you. Okay? So what I did, like I say, I started with a 1.5, which I have right here. And of course, you know how to cut strips, right? On your cutter. So I decided to put it in. I already have cut it, so. But
so how many of you are new? Let me see in the audience. Ah, oh, look. So they didn't see any.
Okay, well, let's say this is a 6.5 inch cutter, and it has only 1 strip on it. And then I did put about, this is 6.5, so I cut my fabrics about 7, and I folded like 3 times as 6 layers. And that's when I cut 3 of them. Okay, and then now I want to cut my 6.5 inch squares. I just gonna go this way and cut it and fold it 3 times I have it all lined
Do you?
up. Yeah.
Oops.
That's okay.
But you need a mat, right?
Yeah, yes. And then, see, I gonna put, I already cut my 6.5. Now I'm going to do my squares. So I just fan fold it to do 6 layers, see? Okay.
So this is 6, 12, 18.
And that's what we need, right?
18 squares.
Mhm.
Woo. Ah.
See?
18 perfect squares.
There we go.
And the 6.5 is for the setting squares.
Okay.
The
so
setting
we'll start
squares.
there. And the secret is to do the very first push a little bit. I think that's what Jonah was taught, that he didn't do the first answer. And you see why they go with the electric one, right? We don't do anything. And then we're gonna do that one.
And this one next?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll get to now put all my,
You want me to do it?
yes, please.
Okay.
Wow.
So I always what I was trying to get Becca to do, which she learned this, but she didn't know what I was talking about. I like to put pressure on my mat and spin it so that it doesn't mess everything up. And so then you can just take, woohoo! This is the waist. It's not very good. I mean, it's good. Look at this.
Right.
I'm going to give this to Brenda, but I don't see her. She's clear in the back. Give it to Brenda. So look, perfect. Perfect 6.5. So the new people, are you impressed? I don't hear any noise. You're supposed to go, ooh, ah.
And we're
Okay.
going to do the same thing with the 2.5.
2.5. Okay, 2.5 is, it's hard to believe. It's the size of the little 4 patch. Here, I'll show you. Yeah, I'll move it. Whoop, whoop, whoop. So when you sew these little squares together, this is 2.5 inches square, and that's what she's cutting. All at once. We're just showing off. We're showing off because I read this pattern and I go, oh my gosh, we would be working on this until next year if we did what they said. We got to move. Do you want me to stack it?
Sure, please.
Okay.
And then with the 1.5, after I cut my strips, I cut the strip in half. It shows you right there in your pattern, and I sew them together. I like to, if I can, I like to work with half strips instead of the full strip. You know, and also I could not fold it back and forth in it. And this particular one, I wanted to do back and forth 6 times, but because of the seam allowance, it already has many layers there, okay? So I wanted it, and I also wanted to go ahead and put them the way that you are going to sew your 4 patch. Okay, that
Right.
way you don't have to sit down now. See, look, it's gonna be ready and sit and on the sewing machine, and now cannot go to lunch until she finished her quilt.
Teresa, look at this one. I know if Teresa took this up, it would be all neat and tidy.
But she did
This
really
is how
good
I do
job.
it.
So again, there is
I'm
my
gonna take
board
this
for
one.
this. And I went back and forth twice only because I have my seam allowance here. I will show you closer. See, they're already ready to be sewn in your 4 patch. And I kept going back and forth. What should I do? Should I just do one and then have to go and pair? And I say, nope, I want to do it this way. And then I only did twice. Therefore, my extra piece of the strip is right here. And they still ready for a 4 patch. See? And then, so basically what I continue, you just, I had them, like I say, right sides together, line it up, then go back there. Then I decided my extra, just cut it, you see.
So what do you think? Pretty fast, huh?
I just cut it and then put it in another layer, and I already have plenty layers, but it's going to be for everything I need for this. And this is it.
Smarty.
You just put it right there. See, now you see why I did a strip?
Sure.
And that's it. Thank you very much. That's all my strips.
Is that cool? This is one of our teachers, Loretta Smith, who was doing the postage. And she's gone now, but her quilts are here as a memory. Little squares, and I think she did it. Whoa.
Wow.
It's stunning. I'm going to look at the mirror. Oh, look how pretty. That's very beautiful.
Wow.
But she did strips. I know she did. Yes. I know. It is a lot, but it's beautiful. And she did Loretta do the quilting, Brenda, or Loretta did
She
the
always
quilting?
done her quilting.
I was going through some boxes in my office. I think we should have more feature auctions or garage sales. That is beautiful. That is just gorgeous. Okay, so I'm going to pass this back to Brenda. And so, Teresa, do you want to show one of your little 4 patches?
Oh.
Just show what it looks like whenever you opened it up.
Oh, whatever I cut them out, this is how it looks ready to be sewn. Oh, sorry. Is that
And
how
that's
goes?
it.
See? And that's it. Then you just turn it and
Oops.
go inside.
Okay. So now I need to have the little mat for this, and I'm going to show you how I did my 4 patch. I did what Orion told us, Teresa.
There, see?
Did you hear Orion is fishing? You know what? I did not want to let him pass this opportunity up because he's been working really hard. Okay, so I also did my little blocks. And I have to tell you, I really enjoyed it. I was so skeptical in the beginning. I go, what is this die? It's got these little lines in between here. Okay, so it's just you have to figure out how to cut them. Okay, so now this pattern for this one is on page 5. You on 5 with me? Okay, so it's all in the stacking. It's called smart stacking. Okay, so you can do like 9 little 4 patch with these 4 squares, and it's all in the stacking. So I'm on page 5. They are 5 1/4 inches square, and it says first put. Okay, I'm kind of doing it backwards. I'm dyslexic. This is a real challenge. Okay, the first set is light with dark, right? And does it show a little flippy arrow? Oh, it doesn't, but you're going to flip it over. Okay, right sides together. Whoop. Right sides together, okay? Then the second one shows,
It was right side together.
oh, and then the second one shows, now it's going to be the opposite. Now it's going to be dark on the one side and flip it right sides together. So I have 2 sets, right? 4 pieces. How many pieces are in a 4 patch? 4 pieces. Okay, so now this is what we're going to do. We're going to just take this one, and put it on top of this one. Okay? And now look at the next little picture right beside 2, and it shows the stack. White is on the top, and then what's in the middle?
Dark.
2 dark, and they are right sides together, right? And then what's on the bottom? Okay, I like that. Do it just like the picture. Get it all lined up. Now put it on this silly looking die. And it's very close. You just don't have that much to spare. We always just allow 1/4 of an inch. This is called smart stacking. You want to be smart, right? Okay? Okay, I'm just following what's underneath. The die itself is already crooked. In the beginning, these shapes were put straight on the die board. But now they are putting the actual shape slanted, because if you try to put it straight through your machine, it won't go. That's kind of was Jonas's problem. So when I put my pieces down, I'm following that shape. So they're off a little, so I'm going to be off a little. Good?
Yes.
Okay, I have 4.
Straight of grain. You're on straight of grain because
Yeah.
of the way how they have
I did cut it straight of grain. Yeah, I'm big on that. Okay, so then you just cover it, and then it's little, and then you just push it through, and you wait, and you dance, and you have a good time. No, Becca's smart. Okay, so now I'm going to show you. So remember, I like to put pressure and just spin it. See, when you spin, then it doesn't mess it all up, and I hate it messed up.
Yeah.
Okay, and then this is interesting. Look, it's like a little window. You just kind of carefully pull everything off and just kind of make sure. There. Woohoo! Isn't that interesting? Ooh, do you want this, Alan? It's so cute. Well, what I found out very quickly was that there's space in there, so I could just pick up the pieces with my stiletto. And in the end, I said, this is the coolest thing. Okay, so I'm just going to set that there. I just like to just set it there. Okay, and the next one, this is my favorite. I love it when I have my favorite dies. I am going nuts right now for, okay, this is the big one. Okay, 2.5 inch squares. I'm on a 2.5 inch square kick. And this is a 2.5 inch square. You can do 9 at a time. You can do 6 layers, and Teresa prepared this for me already. And the only thing that I could say is that I probably would have cut it myself and put them all right side up, because I have such a hard time with light on light. I cannot see. And something that Teresa does, you were asking, see how this little line around here? Okay, that's a placement line, so that you can just go ahead and place your pieces. Then you don't have to do the peeking like I did, and there's going to be lots left over. But there are 6 layers there of 2.5 inch squares. And so now if you've got the wide one, okay, where is my light? Ooh, doesn't have a label on it. That's fine. Huh? Oh, you're supposed to put your little label on the left, but I couldn't see it. Okay, so now this one is good. Whoa. And just spin it, and these are all kind of connected, but they're all 2.5 inch squares. And I really love it when I have something all beautiful like this that I can just go with it. Okay? You could stack mine. Do it nice. I'm so bad, I can't believe it. Okay, and then the last size, this is the setting square. The setting square is 6.5 inches. This is a 6.5 inch die. Okay, I'll show you. See the label? Left. Okay, and also see the little lines? Little lines. This is one piece of fabric. It's 7 inches wide. It's rough cut. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that there. Woohoo! And go, baby! And I am ready. So now I get to show you. Okay, so these, Teresa, we're going to put this out. We're going to lay it up. Okay, so let me get my stiletto. Stiletto. I am done cutting. That was pretty cool, huh? This is just extra, woohoo, 6.5 inch squares. Okay, so I'm gonna sew from this little stack, and I found out that I just really like to leave it on my die instead of fooling around with it. Okay, I have my 1/4 inch foot on my sewing machine, and I have my sew straight. And I just like to pick up with my stiletto. And just pick up the whole stack and just move it over. And if you you just want to try to keep them in order. Okay, these pieces are already right sides together. And so I am using my sew straight. My stitching is right down. And you are not going to believe how fantastic this is. So I just sit and just take each one of these and just keep on assembly line sewing until they are all done. I am in pairs. They're right sides together. You guys following me? What do you think? You like it? I like it too, let me tell you. Okay. So I found out that this does not take long at all. And so you just keep on sewing all of them, and then just take and just use your cutting gizmo and cut apart every 2. Okay, so now I've got these little pieces all done, and I'm just going to open them up. Okay, open them up. And when I open them up, I flip the dark underneath and just take my fingernail and just press it. Okay, this one, when I open it up, I flip that seam so that it goes up underneath the dark. It went up underneath the dark. Seams to the dark, seams to the dark. Flip it right sides together. Ooh. Everything is pressed to the dark now. Oh, you know what, Teresa? I didn't bring enough to sew the blocks together. No. Ah! What do you mean? I didn't bring 5 of these all done. Oh. Do you have 5?
I do.
Oh, good. Okay. That's one. You just keep on going. And let me tell you, whenever when you can't make this lock together right here, it's probably not matched. Let us see. Okay, wait, Eric. Ooh! Nice. Nice, huh? Okay, so now we all swirl. Is that easy? That's not bad at all. Not at all. And then you do need to have a seam ripper. And there's a little connecting thread right in the middle. Just cut with your seam ripper. And then just lay it wrong side up. And this goes to the right. This we swirl in clockwise, to the right, down, around. And when you go around, that little seam pops over, and like magic, you get the coolest little 4-patch right there. How's that? That's awesome. I know, that's awesome. And that's why when I say all of these little squares in the magazine is go, okay, this is really cool. Okay, so now I'd like to press it from the right and the wrong side and make sure it's really good. And I just have a couple more to do. Okay, turn the page. Boop, beep. So this is really laying it all out, and what's really fun is that your 4-patch all get turned in the same direction. So you can't screw up. Yeah, right. Yes, you would think. But see, okay, that's, oh, something's wrong here. Let me see.
No. Yes. Yes.
Is it right?
Yes.
I'm telling you, it's hard for me when I show the camera. And then these spots are just filled in with your 2.5 inch squares, like that. That's the block. And then all you do is just flip the middle vertical row to the left, and just assembly line sew down. Let me see, move my chair around. So this is the part where I carefully have to turn all of this and have it ready, right? It's amazing how you can just get one square done. The other morning I was in a hurry and I must have put the same seam in at least 4 times. Jeez. It all started when I spilled it on the floor. And then it was all over. It was all over. Okay, so we are just going to go straight down our seams, and this is amazing. I think that I have a feeling that Teresa sewed her pieces with 1 thread less than 1/4 inch. Did you sew it with the needle slightly to the right?
I cannot because I have my 1 hole thing and my needle doesn't move.
Well,
know?
some needles you can just like
Yes.
move 1 thread to the right, so it's almost a scant. But I would say go ahead and try it and see, what you get. Okay, so now you just open this up, and you sew right down along here. Ta-da! And you have, if you can kind of just start clearing the design wall. Take those off. So the kids were good.
Yeah.
They are amazing because their school was making them go on stage all the time. I remember when I was a kid, I was scared to death to go up on stage. Can you believe that? And then I think the biggest audience probably I ever talked to was maybe about 700 people. That was scary, but you just get up there and start talking and do it. Okay, so this is the vertical row of both of them, and then when you go across, it's very simple. All you remember is to press your seams toward the solid square. Press it towards the solid square, toward the solid square, and every seam will end up locking together. And you have a block? Ah, cool. And so the last seam, all you have to do is press it in toward the middle. And that's actually your last picture that you see, right? Number 10, page 7, number 10. All right? Want to lay this out? See it looks? See how it looks?
Want to lay down here or
Oh, we could. Because all I did was take the scraps that were laying on the table.
And I already turned all your whites right side up.
Thank you.
Okay.
So thank you. So it's just alternating. You just alternate between, and I think it's best if you start with this. Okay, that square, the patchwork in the left corner, and then you just do 2, and then 1. I'm anxious to see this. This is just going to be the littlest quilt ever, but fun. It's a table topper. No, it could be a sweet little baby quilt, only we don't have any babies anymore.
Yeah, one.
One's going, oop! I did that just so you could see it.
This one?
No.
That
No.
There you go.
There. It's easier to see when it's on television, right? It's in the movies.
And another tip is best for you to finish and start with the same block. See, like you might get 2 more there. That way you have the same
Yeah.
block and it looks balanced. And
Yeah.
that's what we did in the quilt. Okay.
Yes. And so then we did just like the antique quilt. We put 3 little narrow borders, all the same width, around the outside edge. Whoa! That was fun. That was the classic, the blue and white classic quilt. So much fun. And oh, look how cute this looks. Isn't that cute? All laid out there. Thank you.
Do you have any sharing?
Yay!